Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. The Honorable judges and respected audiences. First of all, I would like to thank the Almighty God. It is because of Him I'm able to participate in this competition. Secondly, salat and salam will always be delivered to our Prophet Muhammad SAW, who has brought us from the darkness to this bright modern era that we are living today. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Dinda Syifa Saiddina from Education and Language Institute Universitas Cirebon, and I'm here today to deliver my speech about media narratives of women as a sexual violence victim in online news article. Sexual violence has been a topic of endless attention in society in recent times, including by the media. The media has the power to shape conversations about gender and violence in society. When it comes to representations of sexual violence, media has a huge role in influencing how the audiences understand the issue. As we know together that media is a means of communication for society, which is located between two parties as an intermediary or connector. This shows that society and the media are always related, and the media has an important part of people's lives. Consciously or unconsciously, media has an influence which has a certain impact on the patterns and behavior of the public. How news is narrated shapes the opinions and insight of the wider community. The same thing happens when sexual violence or harassment is reported. The Ministry of Women's Empowerment and Children Protection of Indonesia noted that the number of sexual violence cases against women and children has increased at least from 2020 until now. There were about 4,000 cases that happened between January 2023 and May 27, 2023. With 80% of the victims were women. Ladies and gentlemen, the question is, have we ever met people who blame the victim in this case? They broadly blame the victim to provoke the perpetrator. In addition, there are still many online media that narrate a case of sexual violence using diction that seems to justify the actions of the perpetrators and blame the powerlessness of the victim. This problematic narrative circulating in the media suggests that the sexual violence survivors provoke the perpetrators through their dresses or actions. This is usually extends to specifically focusing on the survivor's clothing, to claim that she was asking for it, when in fact there is no correlation between survivor's clothing and the sexual violence case. Ladies and gentlemen, the normalizations of sexual harassment against women in online media is largely due to the dominance of the media companies as well, to frame the news by cornering the position of women. This is the background to the development of negative stigma in society towards women who experience sexual harassment or violence. The bluntness of empathy in journalism results in trivializations of issues involving violence against women. Biased diction is used to soften the actions of the perpetrators. Media should not distance the reality with the use of diction that tends to normalize the actions of the perpetrators. Ultimately, it is a time for media to actively create a smart society through appropriate and non-discriminatory narratives towards women as a victim. The mass media as the largest influencer of the public opinion should work together in line with related parties in publishing news on sexual harassment. Moreover, in this digitalization era, society has experienced an increase in internet literacy since the pandemic. This indicates that the media has a big role in monitoring the sexual violence case and victims' witnesses and protecting the case until it is resolved without framing the victim as a guilty party. Ladies and gentlemen, that brings us to the end of my speech. Thank you so much for your attention and Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.